Today, let's see this 250 kilowatts 500 kilowatt hours 20-foot container. 1 container energy storage system. This is a door at the entrance to this shipping container. What we are seeing first, this is a fire protection system. Fire extinguishing system. With a fire extinguisher. It's heptafluoropropane. Storage tank of heptafluoropropane. So this heptafluoropropane pipeline. Through this red pipe. Located at the top of this dangerous area. You can see the smoke sensor over here. A monitoring system for smoke sensing. It's a black tube, and this is a smoke probe. This is also a smoke probe. This is also a smoke sensor. Of course, we still have this connection. Yeah, flame detector, temperature sensor. If there was a fire, if the accompanying temperature rises, this temperature sensor will alarm. If sensor alarmed, will pass through this management system. Will notify our fire suppression system. Put out the fire and spray this fire foam. Then the area is bounded by this isolation gate. So this is the DC side. This part is the battery side. Because the battery side is dangerous goods. It is flammable and explosive. We built an isolation door. The DC side and the AC side are physically isolated. So this is the battery rack, the battery on it. We've taken it apart after debugging, unpacked. According to the packaging of dangerous goods. Do a separate package, then send it to the customer. This is a binding board to the architecture. So what about here? The air conditioning system. Air conditioning cooling system. It affects the whole battery. Wind area for a temperature control. Keep the temperature constant. Maintain a normal working condition of this battery. In that case, this is wind resistance. This is temporarily put here. Normally should be installed outside. This is an outdoor duct for the air conditioning system. And of course, there's a lighting system, including such a fire extinguisher, an explosion-proof light. Is this a special explosion-proof light? What's the difference between this and ordinary? You can see that it has explosion-proof glass on it. Then this is a high-voltage cabinet for the battery. Because of our 500 kilowatt-hour battery, it has a BMS, the high-voltage cabinet. What is the function of this cabinet? That is to say, the battery in the battery compartment. We conducted a BMS through BMS. Battery management system, a 3-tier architecture for a security management. Then each pack has a separate BMS. So many packs, we formed a battery cluster. Then the battery cluster also has its own BMS. A BMS management that belongs to the second level. Then this is a total of a BMS. It is a BMS at level 3, is the total BMS, so it's the DC of the battery cluster. Why, after gathering here, finally pass this switch through this large isolating switch. Finally, go and connect with that remover. Of course, there are some special protections here. For example, the sensor for this direct current. You can see these 2 room sensors. This is the total. So 1 plus 1 minus. There are only 2. Okay. And then we come to the communication side. AC side. You can easily see this. This is an EMS energy management system. It's this whole container energy storage system. Perform a management of all energy. Including BMS. Two-way converter including AC measurement. Including fire protection systems. Including lighting systems. Including ventilation system. Including this fire suppression system. All of these systems will be connected to EMS. Conduct a unified scheduling and management. This is a modular 250 kilowatts PCS. This section here is a DC module, the role of PCS. After the electricity can be connected through the public grid. It can be converted into direct current through PCS. Charge the battery, We can also put the batteries in our container, stored direct current. Then it is sent to the grid. This is an ATS cabinet. ATS is that we are a dry contact point for receiving firewood because of this general container energy storage. And here's how it works. There's no power grid or away from the power grid. In such a situation, its energy source is basically a battery pack. If the battery pack is low in power, we usually use this diesel generator as an emergency power source. Then a start of the diesel generator. Well, it's when the storage cabinet is out of power. Then when to start this ATS seamless switching, we do it through ATS. It works by when our PCS detects when our battery pack is low on power, then we will pass this stem node, give a signal to the diesel generator, then the diesel generator will start and cut into the grid. This cabinet is finished. This is the AC side. Then this cabinet is finished, then this is this place. That's where the outer wire comes in. It's an incoming and outgoing line on the AC side. The terminal block is in this position.